It is recording.
Sound on. How are my brows?
All right.
Hi.
Wait.
2, 3. Hey everyone!
Our lips are sealed. Double episode.
Number 1.
Take 1.
Hey
everyone!
everyone! This episode we will be discussing the timeless classic Our Lips Are Sealed, directed by Craig Shapiro, written by Craig Shapiro and Elizabeth Kruger. I wrote it down. I'm so professional.
Wow.
Oh yeah, stick around. There's going to be a special guest.
Special guest. So every podcast that we do, we're going to have a special guest at the end of the episode for just a couple minutes. Someone who we've been able to get in contact with, who has a connection somehow
To the movie we're discussing. Or like to the Olsen twins or whatever.
So stick around for
Big
that.
get, you guys. Big get.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. We are the Perry twins, and we've been watching Mary-Kate and Ashley movies since we were yay high. I don't know. Since the early 90s. Oh my god. We've been obsessed with them because we're like, we're twins.
We're twins, and
They're
twins. And they go on adventures.
And they're just like us. I think the thing that really sealed the deal for us is when we found out that our birthday, June 13th, is the same day as the Olsen twins. And I'm still not over it.
I don't know. How old are we? We were sitting at our grandmother's computer, obviously going to the Mary-Kate and Ashley fan club website. And we're looking through. We're looking at like the about us information. And we look at their birthday. And I can't even tell you the excitement that pulsed through my veins. And everyone's like, oh cool, but we're like, you don't understand.
It was just meant to be. Honestly.
This movie, this was one of the favorites.
I think so.
This was definitely one of the favorites. I think it was one
Maybe the favorite.
It might have been the favorite. I don't know. And it's just like the fashion in this one is fun.
It's really good.
And it's so goofy.
Oh
the
my
cheesiness in this movie.
Really sitting in it.
Some of the jokes like literally made me laugh.
I know, me too. I don't know what that says about us.
I don't know, but they were so stupid.
They were so goofy.
And I just remember like thinking that they were like so funny when I was younger too. Like, oh my god. It was enjoyable to fucking watch. Excuse my French, but like
yeah, I also wrote like lots of jokes that went way over my head as a kid that I would get now.
Yes.
A lot of breaking of the fourth wall, which I really enjoyed.
Oh my god. I definitely made a note of the breaking of the fourth wall.
I'm a sucker for that.
So to get into it, I just want to ask you, what were your initial feelings when you saw the opening credits? So you've got that dual star, and then you hear the music start. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I don't know. Like I was like instantly transported back to like sitting in our living room like when we were kids. Not like our living room, I think our like bedroom upstairs probably.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely just like transported me, and I was just like so like giddy watching
I was too.
No, we haven't watched this in like literally since we were kids. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's been about 20 years since I've seen this movie.
And it like wow, it brought me back.
So, at the time of recording this, it's August 2020. We've all had a great past few months, haven't we?
Yep.
But sitting down on the couch, takes a drink. Everyone, take a sip of your 2020 drink. I was like, so happy.
I know.
Instantly filled with joy. I'm so glad we decided to do this like at this time because
Yeah.
it's so refreshing to just go back to like early 2000s,
Such
go
a
back to the
simpler
90s.
time.
Let's start
Let's
talking about
Dive
this.
in.
Do you want to
babe.
start or?
Yeah, I'll dive in. Okay, so like the first scene is like a old like 1950s style witness
Oh my god.
protection program, like black and white, like describing like what that is, which I'm glad they did because when I was a kid, I would have no idea that
what
was
the witness protection program was.
witness protection program opening. Love the opening. Great
Delightful.
stuff. Really
Delightful.
great.
So as many of these movies so often begin, the Parker sisters just so desperately want to be popular.
Hope we'll be popular. That's literally the quote. There's no subtleties whatsoever.
No.
Hope we'll be popular.
Put on their dope, like, 90s sunglasses, by the way.
And
MK and Ash fash moment, for sure.
MK and Ash Fash.
Woo, 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 woo. MK and Ash fash moment.
Tiny glasses are back, baby.
Tiny glasses, people.
I wrote unrealistic expectations because I think, like, this is kind of, like, how I, as a kid, thought high school was gonna be.
Yes.
Like the dream sequence.
Yeah.
That at the beginning, so they like climb off the bus and they're like, "I hope we'll be popular," and they go and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're so like all the kids on the courtyard.
They're so cool.
It's the Parker sisters." Blah blah blah. So and then like everyone's freaking out and like there's a band that's playing and the principal's like, "It's Parker sisters day!" And they have the banners unfurl. It's their pictures. And like I just wrote down
The Jets.
yeah.
I was like, what is the budget for this? Is that photoshopped?
So yeah, like when I was a kid, I was like, this is what's gonna happen when I go to high school.
Yeah.
Like when me and Hillary go to high school, we're gonna be the coolest. Everyone's gonna want to have our like clothes.
Every year we went school shopping. One, I think we all remember, was it Walmart or Kmart had a Mary Kay and Ashley line in like the early 2000s.
Yes, I forgot about that.
We had a couple pieces back in the day.
Did we? Do you remember what they were?
No.
I feel like it wasn't the cheapest thing. So
No.
like we had like
one or two items that were like treasured because
yeah.
they were Mary Kay and Ashley's like early fashion line.
I had some outfits where I was like, this is the outfit.
Yeah. Do you remember our faux leather pants in second or third grade?
Of course.
Peeling them off after a day of
Yes.
school.
God. Oh my god, but I felt so fucking cool in them.
I did too. So their outfits in the dream sequence, those camis.
So many camis.
And I think like that scene also kind of sculpted like my sense of humor. Like with the
Honestly.
marching band.
Yes.
It's like in my head already.
Yeah.
So
Anything else about that scene you want to?
nope, we've got the dream sequence then. Boom.
So, yeah,
they wake up.
They wake up. It wasn't real. They weren't the most popular kids in school. I wrote same dream? Question mark.
Question mark. So we do read each other's minds sometimes, or like finish each other's sentences,
Or
like,
sometimes we'll like message each other online at the same time about the
Saying
same
the same
subject.
thing, yeah.
Anyway, then they wake up. They're like, great team, and then then they rush to get ready. And so, like, of course, they rush to the bathroom, and they're, like, fighting about who gets the bathroom first, and, like...
classic.
So then
Classic twin.
they're fighting, and then, like, one of them is like, oh my god, look, Brad Pitt! And then the actress is like, where? And then, like, the other one goes, works every time.
Works every time.
And I'm just like, does she always trick her that Brad Pitt is in their house?
Look, it's Brad Pitt. I'm
Brad
like, is she
Pitt's in her
like
house.
pointing like out? Like, where is she pointing? In the house?
Where?
I'd be terrified if Brad Pitt was in my house, uninvited.
Works every time? Okay, whatever.
Okay, bitch. Anyway.
Yes, as we go on. Blow dryer fight.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey! It's like they like recorded them saying hey and just like looped it.
Yeah, so they...
Hey! Hey!
I would kill you if you did that to me, like, before school. Like, if you messed up my hair somehow.
I would probably refuse to go to school.
Yeah.
But overall, the hairstyles, like, I don't know. When I was young, I remember being like, it's not that bad.
I know, that looks kind of cool.
Kind of like edgy.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, it cuts to them at school. And they say, they're like, their hair looks big. We want to be popular. It's a problem. So then, like, they're at cheerleading tryouts.
Of course.
We're kind of all over the
As
place.
it goes.
So, they're at cheerleading tryouts naturally, and, they're standing there, their hair looks bad, they want to be popular, it's a problem. And then the cheerleading coach, who's definitely, like, in her early 30s.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, a bunch of these extras, especially the cheerleaders, are, like, definitely not 15 years old.
Yeah.
But
They're
anyway.
looking, they're like, weird crop. What did she say? Like, crappy crop this year. I don't know what she says.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, did I write it down? I don't
Yeah.
think I did.
You got your snarky cheerleader. She gets to the girls.
Yeah.
She goes,
Girl.
girl.
Halloween isn't until October.
And then we got ourselves a sick burn.
Sick burn!
From one of Abby or Maddie. And they say, well then, why are you being such a witch? So good. Sick burn.
Oh. So, where does that land them?
Bottom of the pyramid.
Bottom of the pyramid. First of all, I just want to comment, we were cheerleaders. Why in all of these, like, terrible, like, preteen movies are they always doing, like, the cheesy, like, stacked pyramid? Like, that is 80s cheerleading.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. It drives me nuts. Anyway.
Yeah, do a real stunt.
Do a real stunt.
Right. Bottom of the pyramid.
So the girls end up at the bottom of the pyramid.
What? It just slipped out. So anyway, so one of these ding dongs sneeze, and the pyramid starts to wobble a little bit. They're like, oh! So then,
And then I believe it's who did we say was Ashley's the one with the
she's
long hair.
the one with the long hair. Is she the one who sneezes? Or
No.
the other one. Okay.
No.
So-
Ashley, Mary Kate sneezes, then everybody's like, ah! And then
Okay, you know what I'm just realizing?
What?
Abby and Maddie. Abby's probably Ashley, Maddie's probably Mary Kate. Is it obvious to everyone else, or am I just stupid?
I didn't even
Yeah.
realize
I just made that. So it's probably Abby.
Unless they switched it to, like, change it up.
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, they're not. No, they wouldn't do that. Yep, you're probably right. So who we will assume to be Abby reaches into her pocket. Abby girl, what you doing reaching for that tissue? Abby reaches for the tissue, of course.
No! This entire pyramid topples.
We obviously needed one slow motion no sequence somewhere in this movie because we have all of the other tropes.
Yeah. So then, like, of course, the cheerleading captain, she's severely injured and gets, carried away by the paramedics in a stretcher or whatever. And she's like, because she's got, like, the mask on, and she's like, I hate you. So then, like, I wrote, OMFG, the whole school chases them.
That's the Parker sisters. Get them! They're the ones who ruined the pyramid!
Oh, yeah. They hate the Parker sisters.
For ruining that pyramid.
So, the next cut is them. Oh my god. They're both wearing paper bags over their heads with the sunglasses, like they have like holes cut in for their sunglasses.
Which this bit, as a child, was just...
The pistol de resistance. I didn't say that right. But the pistol de resistance. They're wearing the paper bags because they're trying to hide from everybody, and they're like, "Oh, do you think they'll recognize us?" Same clothes. Anyway,
They go to order hot dogs.
and then
This part,
What
still
is-
funny today.
what
I'm
does
sorry.
he say? Like, do you want ketchup or something?
I don't know, something like, your girls want mustard or something
And
like
they
that.
go, "Yes, please." That scene, it cracked us up when we were little. Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
oh my god, it's so funny.
It's the deadpan of
You can hear like the crinkling of the bags a little bit.
Oh my god, why is that so funny? Why? So they're sitting in like a courtyard somewhere, and they're putting like trying to get
intuitive.
Yeah, that's right. They're like, we're not like the. Okay, so I think it cuts to there's a museum being burgled, and you know there's like a shiny diamond, and there's 2 burglars in there.
First of all, can we discuss the set?
I didn't notice. Talk to me.
Just like you can obviously tell that it's like a plastic case. And like they break the glass, and like the diamond is just like the goofiest like fake diamond. Like there's a sign that says like I don't know, something like the rare Neil diamond or something like that. The sign looks like scrapbooking stickers.
They're like, oh, we forgot a sign.
Yeah, some guy probably made it and was like, I don't know if this is believable, and they're like, it's like a 2-second scene.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
They'll get the idea.
It's like green, like.
No offense to the scenic design.
I know you did what you could.
worked hard.
Yeah, you did what you could with this movie. We get it. But I just wanted to say that. So the 2 robbers are like fighting, and then like, and
what is the?
They break the glass.
Oh, okay.
What is the?
Please explain it to our audience. What is?
Then you've got the, and then. So all right, the girls are talking about how they're.
I
like,
wrote down.
Different from the.
Why are the burglars doing this in the middle of the day though?
Yes.
Also,
like,
wouldn't the museum be open?
Yeah.
So like they're like breaking into a museum that would probably be open. Like. Like,
so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's
so the girls are
hilarious.
chatting. They're trying to get the ketchup on their hot dogs. They're like, okay. And I didn't catch this when I was little, but they're describing like we're not like like your regular cheerleader. We're intuitive. We're like aware. We're like I forget the keywords.
Yeah.
Essentially, they're making the joke that they're not even noticing the burglary that's happening behind them. The burglars are running.
They're wrestling and trying to get away, and they're like all stirred up, and then they get tangled up. One of them gets tangled up in some balloons.
That's right. So then it gets tangled up in balloons. The balloon pops, and then they finally get the ketchup bottle to work. And I wrote down, lol at the fake ketchup.
Yeah.
The ketchup's flying through the air. It's obviously like poorly done CGI.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the balloon pops, and then like ketchup hits the burglar, so he thinks he's shot, like, and he thinks the ketchup is blood, and the balloon pop was the gunshot.
Yeah, he goes, I've been hit!
Yeah.
And he passes out at the sight of blood, which is actually ketchup. So the girls are like, oh my god.
So then they take off his,
burglar mask.
And like, he's got a terrible
We
zit.
reveal the zit.
Like, oh, no wonder he's wearing a mask.
Yes! Ew.
Completely forgot about that whole like plot line. So like the policemen come and they like come to arrest the guy, and the girls stand up and they think they're being arrested for
the pyramid. I wrote that down too.
Like, oh my god, sorry, it was a mistake. I forget what the example.
I was like an honest mistake.
So then the policemen get the burglar and the zit, haha.
Yeah.
Oh,
The court scene.
Yeah, so
wait, first of all, I'm wondering. The actor who plays the robber looks very familiar. And then the actress playing, what is it, defendant? Or
the
whatever,
lawyer or
the
whatever.
lawyer. Isn't she like a famous actress?
I feel like she's probably been in a lot
Or like just in a lot of
Let's
things.
look this up.
Robber. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
J.P. Manu.
Yeah, Mano?
Who is he?
All right.
Oh my god, who are you?
See.
Oh my god, this guy's like actually like, he's got like quite a thick like page on Wikipedia. Lovely work, JP. We loved you in this.
Honestly, he took that role and he made it funny.
Yeah.
He did. Like, what a cheesy movie to be in, but he made it work. I lolled at him a couple times.
There was a lot of like, awesome comedy work by the adults in this movie. Oh, where are you, girl? It's probably later on down here. We're in like cheerleader number 2 territory.
Mm.
Judge, attorney. Here we go. Julie Araskog. Again, she's another one of those actresses who like look like she could be other actresses.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
Julie Araskog?
Julie Araskog. Love you. Love you, girl.
She did
Nailed
great
it.
too. The yeah, let's discuss that zit bit.
Oh my god.
So
they're like they use the zit as like as a way for everybody to like identify the culprit or the criminal or whatever. And so she's like really putting the zit on blast.
Like, is this the zit that you saw?
And they have like a close up on like a projector of like the side of his face with the zit.
And the girls are like, that's the one.
And then everyone's like, oh!
Oh! And then what does he say?
I was under a lot of stress. Also another moment where I lulled.
I did! So that made me laugh. And then the
attorney stands
yeah.
in front of the projector light and then without knowing the zit
Obviously.
is shined on her face.
The zit is being projected onto her face and she does like a little thank you.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's funny. Whoever came with the bit.
Love that. Love the delivery.
Love the little,
So funny.
of course.
Oh, I meant to look. Is it bad that I don't know if you're ugly? So anyway, they're like...
It's not a real country.
Yeah, it can't be. Answers.com says that it's not a real country,
No.
but it is a real country in our hearts.
Yeah. Just
Right?
like Genovia.
Genovia.
Anyway, it's not a Princess Diaries podcast.
No. We have so many podcast ideas.
Oh my god.
Guys,
Okay.
we're just getting started.
Whew. All right. You're ugly. Not
Buckle
a real
up.
Not a real country. So in the courtroom is where
Yeah.
we're introduced to him.
Yeah.
And as the
Oh yeah, they're like, all right,
as
you
the thief
remember
is being dragged away, he's like, I know, I've got connections. My uncle's a very powerful man. And then we find out that it's Emil Hachu,
Bless
who
you.
happens to be in the courtroom at the time.
he is a crime boss. But anyway,
So anyway, we've got Emil Hachu.
so anyway, he threatens their lives.
And I'll find you. So he's dragged away.
Anyway, so their lives are threatened by a mob boss, essentially. And so they have to be, they're in the witness protection program now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're introduced to what are their names? Agent Banner and Agent Norm.
No, these two are a couple characters.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love them. Who are the actors?
Oh.
I want to give them a shout out. Agent Banner, Ernie Hudson Jr., Agent Norm, Willie Garson.
Good job, guys.
Love
Very
you
funny.
guys. You're
Love you
so
guys.
funny.
Very funny.
So they're like, oh, you're a part of the, witness protection program now.
So then they're like, you mean we don't have to go to our old school again? And then the marching band is back. Oh, all right. Another MK and Ash Fash moment.
Yes.
MK and Ash Fash. We should come up with a
A stinger.
MK and Ash Fash.
Wait. 1, 2, 3.
MK and Ash Fash. Nice.
I don't know. We'll see if it sticks.
What do you guys think? Comment below. Cardigans.
Oh.
With the top button and then the matching cami or top like underneath it.
Fashion staple
Was
of the early 90s.
such a fashion staple. We definitely had.
Is that more early 2000s?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Early 2000s.
Love that look.
So I wrote down, so they're like giving them a lecture, like, you can't tell anyone. They're like, oh, we can't tell anyone? Because they're blabbermouths.
Mm-hmm.
Will you may call
Blabbermouths.
So I think it's Agent Banner. He's like, keep your mouths shut.
Shit.
So like,
He says it like that. It sounds like shit.
shit. So we have an amazing montage of them moving from state to state in the U.S.
I mean, I think we're still in our MK and Ash Fash moment because obviously as they go from place to place, the fashion changes.
They moved to Texas first.
Mm-hmm.
And of course they have like cowboy hats. It's very like cliche, like Southern fashion.
But of course they dress to impress in Texas. They've got their cowboy hats on.
And then they stand up in class and they screw up the whole fucking thing right off the bat.
What do they say?
They're just like,
we're in hiding.
Yeah. Well, like, we like caught a diamond thief and we're in hiding or whatever. So they're like in a coffee shop in Seattle.
Yeah.
Very cliche.
Yeah.
And you know, they have very like, you know, like very edgy, like early 2000s.
The knit hat.
Yes. I wanted one of those so bad when I was younger. I was like, where can I get this? So they're talking to a girl and they're like, we love the band. The band is so cool. Like, cool, the band. We got tickets to see the band.
Yeah.
So then they're like, I don't know what that makes sense. So, and then their friend is like, just be careful for the slammers.
We just sent a couple guys to the slammer.
But I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, be careful not to get arrested? That can't be like what that girl's saying. Because they're like queens.
Or maybe like the really drunk people, like slam.
I know, like, or like people like, it was like a rock band like slamming into each other. Like, is that what they call them?
Guys, is this a real term, or is it something like they thought like was like kind of like cool slang to use in this movie? Like,
just
for
be careful
Seattle.
of the slammers.
Just be careful of the slammers.
What does that mean? Like, just be careful not to get arrested, and we're like fucking like 14 years old, and we like be careful not to get like in trouble with the law. Like, what are they gonna do? Like,
Anyway. Not to dwell on that, but anyway, so Seattle doesn't work out because they tell her that they sent a couple people to the slammer. Then we move on. They move to Pennsylvania, to Amish country.
they get there and they're like wearing like the classic Amish garb, which is like, we're not like, you know, slamming our Amish people or whatever, but like,
No.
clearly these girls do not want to be.
They cannot be anywhere that's like, you know,
They don't want to
not
dress like
up-to-date.
Laura Ingalls Wilder, so they just like, you know.
I was like, in my notes, I was like, I might have done the same thing.
Yeah. So like,
Excuse us, attention everyone.
it's so funny.
It is. I was like,
They're
that's
part of the
funny.
witness protection program. Like, she's doing this with her hands.
And then like cut to the next scene.
So they don't have to be that anymore.
The witness protection program, like guys, who are they? The
agents.
Agent
Agent Banner is like,
Banner.
he's going crazy. There's like this whole montage of him getting his Parker pager.
Yeah. By the way, 90s. So for those of us who are young watching this, they had these things called pagers or beepers back in the 90s. And it would basically, you would send a one-word message, or maybe it was just your last name that popped up.
I don't know.
We honestly missed that boat.
We never had pagers.
But like it was enough like in the media, like in like on TV and stuff that we knew what they were. So
I feel like it was like an alarm letting you know that someone's trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, like
Which
I think
is so weird.
it is so weird. Like I think if
It's pre-cell phone.
yeah,
right?
it's
So
pre
it's
cell
like-
phone.
Basically, like, you can alert someone.
I think it was hooked
I
up.
feel so stupid.
I think it was hooked up to like a phone, like maybe someone's house phone, and every time someone like called to the house phone. But no, but couldn't you choose to page someone?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. It's almost like
I can't believe
Sending
we're
a-
having this conversation.
I know. I feel so old and so young at the same time.
I know.
Where a person, or more likely a machine, immediately sends out the message with thousands of others, just like a normal radio broadcast, using a network of radio transmitting antennas. I'm learning something new every day. Learning something new every day. Every day that you're alive, you learn something new.
Listen, calling a pager is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
First, this is pagerstech.com. First, dial the pager number. Then wait to hear a short beep beep. Then punch in your callback number.
Okay.
So
the most rudimentary like pagers, all you did was call the number of that pager, and then the pager then your phone number or possibly your last name, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
if that was in the system, would pop up. So in this case, movie, it would pop up Parker.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he probably somehow had their last name saved, or maybe it was like caller ID, kind of.
Yeah. It's like cell phones before cell phones. Like the very the most minimal type of cell phone you could have is like literally like someone is trying to contact you and you need to contact them back.
There is a little history lesson for us
Great,
all.
cool. I don't know if any of this is gonna make it in.
No.
Probably not.
Maybe just like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh!
So then, Agent Banner, like, loses his shit because, like, they keep calling and he's, like, unraveling.
Yes, so as I was saying...
He has a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
We have one moment where he's, like, meditating and he achieves inner peace, and that's interrupted. Then he's trying to take a shit and read the newspaper, and that's interrupted.
Yeah, he's just, like, unraveling.
Yeah.
So then, I think he takes a break.
Yeah,
so
he has to go on vacation.
It's Agent Norm who takes over now. And then he, like, goes, he's like, and did you notice he only says words that begin with P?
What is that called? Alliteration?
I don't know.
Alliteration. The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. So he uses the pa sound to create a comedic alliteration, if you will.
Yes. So anyway, he's
very funny.
So Agent Norm, he is like, I'm gonna send you to the last. Except he uses all words with the beginning with P. But anyway, he's like, I'm gonna send you. This is the last resort. You girls are like screwing this up left and right. I'm gonna send you to the last place. And he's like, wants to like make this big reveal. There's a map behind him. He's circled Australia and put arrows.
Like circle, circle, circle.
And he's like, you'll never guess where I'm gonna send you. And they're like, Australia? Because, on the map. And then he like goes into this tirade about how like he goes, I knew I should have gone into ladies' shoes. Like,
which is like so stupid.
Okay, but like also like as an adult, I'm like, that's creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I'm like, he's a creep.
Sorry,
but anyway, so like he's like, I knew I should have gone into women's shoes.
I knew I should have gone into women's shoes.
And I'm like, bro, it's right behind you. So then,
no, they go, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. Like, so sassy.
So
cool. Dry. So sarcastic.
So we're off to Australia.
Oh, yeah. So we are hopping into the plane all the way to Australia. You see the sights and the sounds and the smells.
Okay, you don't have to list everything about it. Anyway, so just a reminder, Hillary, that you don't have to do that. So we're obviously in Australia. You see all the beaches. There's people surfing now or whatever. And,
oh, okay. I had a question. Are they actually filming in Australia?
Yes.
Did you look it up?
I did, because I had the same question.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Wikipedia said, at least.
Okay.
That they filmed it in Australia.
Yeah.
But so, we have that dope song. What do we do?
Papa mama papa mama do 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 mama papa mama do 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 bow bow
by the
mama.
What I decided? Who? The Rivingtons.
The Rivingtons.
Yes. Anyway, I just wanted to say that song is actually kind of a bop.
It was a bop.
I was
a bop.
I am there. I am in Australia, baby. Okay. So then we get there and we find out that they've like taken over the inn, the Salvation Shore Inn.
Yeah.
That's like their parents' new occupation is running this inn.
Their new last names are Turtleby, but that's the only time you ever hear that last name in the movie. So it's kind of like, meh. So we've got certain characters at the Salvation Shore Inn
that we're introduced to.
Yep.
We have Katie.
Katie,
who's like, what does she do?
I don't know.
Forget. I wish I wrote it down.
Well, the spoiler at the end kind of reveals why you're just kind of like, what?
Who is this? Why is she
Why is she there? She's always off, like, going to scuba diving lessons and stuff. And
yeah, like, I feel like she's just like a... Did we decide like a caretaker?
Yeah, like
I think they say... Does it
she's
say?
like an innkeeper or
Does
something.
it say on here? Oh, wait, yeah, here we go.
Oh, the Turleys.
The
Unless
turtle
that's
bees?
wrong. I heard turtle bees.
That's better. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I think she just gives people lessons on scuba diving who like stay at the end, and it's just like part of
Like
your stay.
the cell.
Yeah.
And
So
then
yeah, there's Katie. And then we are introduced to Shelby.
Shelby
this
Shaw.
like-
Shelby Shaw.
Shelby Shaw. He's like this like middle-aged, like hard-edged fisherman type situation.
Yeah, their description in the script is he likes to work with his hands. Like, I don't know. But you can see the visuals, like, you know, he's like a roughed up sailor. He's tan. He's scarred up a little bit. He's a little rough around the edges, but kind at heart.
Yes, he's a character. He's quite a character. And then we have Boomer, the frickin'
Kangaroo.
Who
Like,
just,
why
lives
did they
there.
even need that in the movie? But anyway,
There's like, we're in Australia. There's kangaroos
there's
here.
got to be one kangaroo.
But I mean, he's kind of fun. He like watches TV and stuff.
I don't know. It's kind of fun, you know. Animals.
It's like whatever.
You know, like when animals have like human traits.
Yeah,
Very
hilarious.
fun.
He watches TV, takes over the TV at the end.
Yeah.
That's why he's there. He's like the mascot at the end. I
Oh,
would say.
yes. The Salvation Shore mascot. So there's Boomer.
So we get to the school. Everyone's wearing weird outfits. I don't know what's going on. So bad.
That's the general consensus. Some people look like they're wearing school uniforms, and some look like they are not wearing
So
school
it's
uniforms.
like nobody's dressed any better than the twins are right now. So that's why I'm like, why are they like, so stupid. So anyway, so then we have sweet, kind Sheila, who introduces herself, but she kind of like does it in like a way where she insults them.
She's quirky. So,
Yeah, so she essentially comes up to them and says like, what are you Americans wearing? Like, that's embarrassing. But she says it in Australian lingo, which they're like, what the hell, understand?
So this is what Sheila says. She says, "G'day, mates. Welcome to Steak and Kidney. What's with the Barradugga dogs? You suppose gone trop-eye?"
You suppose gone trouble? Yeah. So basically, look, what the hell are you wearing? And the girls are like, oh, sorry, we're new. We don't know. So, like, and then you have your stereotypical introduction of the cliques at the high school, like, that we've seen a million times in different movies. So anyway, like, so she's like, those are the popular girls. And we are introduced to Victoria, who's, like, sitting there, like, laughing. They're like, oh, my God, we want to be part of their clique. Even though Victoria's outfit is, like, she looks a little frump.
Yeah,
me.
she looks
And,
a little
like,
frumpy frump.
She's got, like, a center part, which I'm like, boo.
Center
And
part.
we don't know what's trendy in Australia at this time.
Honestly, though, that's true. And I think in the early 2000s, center part was still kind of acceptable.
It's not acceptable for me. Then we're introduced to Pete and Avery. They make it such a big moment, so we know, like, these are the boys that we're supposed to be crushing on. So Pete and Avery walk by.
Pete.
It's like slow-mo, like there's music.
Avery.
The girls and Pete and Avery make eye contact, and they're like, who are they?
So then, of course, Sheila's like, those are the surface.
Don't talk to them if you want to be popular. That's what she says.
So
they're like,
basically,
they're like, oh, shucks, off limits.
gee whiz, because we want to be so popular. We want to be popular more than anything in the world.
They don't want to be friends with kind, nice Sheila. Anyway, so yeah, they're introduced to everybody, and yeah, and then we meet Sheila's friends, the individualists.
The individual.
They all have the same hair. It's adorable.
They all look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Cut to, the girls are discussing, like, one of the girls, I can't even begin to tell you which one it is, Maddie or Abby, is with Katie, surf extraordinaire.
You know,
And then-
after the girls have had their first day of school, they're so confused. They need some...
Even though they made a friend instantly with Sheila. Whatever.
It's not enough because Sheila's not popular.
Don't even get me started. Like, leave Sheila alone. We love Sheila.
Sheila's so sweet. Anyway.
We stan Sheila. But
Yes.
I stan Sheila all day. Anyway, so they're like, one of the girls is talking to Katie, the other one's talking to Shelby Shaw. And
Shelby.
they're like, oh God, I don't know. Like, we're having a hard time fitting in. Like, what do we do? Like, ah.
And of course, like, the music's, like, all slowed down.
Yeah.
There's, like, little shots of,
The
like...
girls can't be natural. They can't look natural. They're, like, obviously, like, are super aware that they're on camera.
Right.
But I digress.
Yeah.
So then the, one of them who's talking to Shelby is like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, I'll tell you what I do. I want to make friends. This is how I make friends. Then he smashes the can onto his head.
Anyway, so it's funny because one of the twins gets, like, this one-on-one time with Katie, and she's like this beautiful woman who's lived life.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, she has, like, a nice conversation with her, and then one of the twins ends up with Shelby. He's like, here's how I make friends, and he smashes a can to his head. So anyway, we go back to Katie.
Let's be real. Like, if we went to, like, as a college kid or high school kid, if you go to a party and smash a Coca-Cola like a beer can on your head, that's cool as hell.
That's a cool trick, and I think that is literally, it's literally a party trick. There's a trick to it. Don't quote me on this, but I believe you take the can and you kind of grab it midway down, and as you're smashing it, you crush with your fingers and force down on your head, and that's how you're able to do it. You can't just, like, dunk.
Which I tried as a kid.
I did
and
too.
like hurt myself.
Yeah.
So then it cuts to one of the girls talking to Katie. Or no, that they're both talking to Katie at this point.
Are they?
Yeah, because she says, girls.
Oh.
So then it cuts to, like, they're both talking to Katie now.
Huh.
And this quote just, like, threw me back, because when me and Hillary were younger, we would, like, quote this, because we knew, even when we were, like, 9.
We were aware.
We were like, this is corny as hell.
Yeah.
This is so... We just, like, made fun of the way she said it. Girls, if you want to fit in with the Aussies, here's the secret. Stop worrying and have some fun. So the girls, they're at the beach. They're trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just, like, thinking of, like, I don't know, us when we were kids.
Yeah.
Quoting that. Girls, if you want to fit in with the Aussies.
I'm sure we were like...
If you
So yeah, so she says that, and the girls are like, all right, let's go to the beach. Let's try to have some fun. So they're sitting there on the beach, and...
This is one moment that I'm like, you know, those Olsen twins are doing a great job acting here. They look bored as fuck. So yeah, Abby's like, are you having fun yet?
No. They are.
They are.
And then it's like the popular kid's like,
We're
on the beach.
having so much fun. Like, you know, classic. And I just want to say that the popular boys are not cute.
They're not cute.
They're not
They're
cute.
no Pete and Avery.
They're no Pete and Avery. They're doing, like, very, like, cheesy fucking, like, spiked hair looks. I don't know, Pete does that, but he pulls it off.
He pulls it off.
He's a little more edgy.
Pete looks great.
Yeah.
So then Sheila's on the beach. She's like, hey guys, like, let me introduce you to my friends. Like, this is my friend Sheila. This is Sheila. This is Sheila. And she's like, America. But my friends call me Sheila.
But my friends call me Sheila.
But I wrote down Sheila spinoff because I would love to see a Sheila movie. Like,
what kind of shenanigans would these Sheilas get into?
I don't know, but I'd love to see it. As an older person, like, watching this movie, I'm like, the Sheilas can fucking get it. They're the true, like, solid friend group. They're true, and they're steadfast, and they'll do whatever it takes for their friends. Anyway, so then they're, like, talking with the Sheilas, and is this where we find out that Sheila and Lenny and Lenny are, like, together?
Yes. No, that's later.
Okay, anyway. Lenny's another one, like, Lenny is friends is another group where she's like, don't talk to them if you want to be popular.
Yeah. But I just wanted to note a line that one of the girls says. They say, they go,
what?
Hold on. They go, what's wrong with Leonard? Like he's like there's something wrong with him. honey. He's a nerd. That's what's wrong with Leonard.
He's just a nerd.
He's just a nerd.
He's just off, like, fucking around with his friends.
What's wrong with Leonard? Like, way to be judgmental.
Yeah, what a line. He's just, like,
He's being a child. God forbid.
Leonard is just being a Leonard. He's, like, what, 14?
Right. They're like 14, 15-year-old kids.
Let Leonard live.
Let Leonard live.
So they're standing there, they're talking to the Sheilas, and then all of a sudden the popular boys, like, they lose their fucking boomerang. So then they're, like, the boomerang lands in either Maddie or Abby. Who did we discuss?
Which one
It's
surfs?
Maddie. Abby is the one who surfs.
Abby surfs. Maddie
is good at boomerang for
right.
some reason. So yeah, so the boomerang lands, she's like, toss it back. I have a piece of lime on my lip.
She obviously doesn't know what a boomerang is, although, like, are you living under a rock? I don't know.
I know, right?
Anyway.
Okay, but she throws it. She's, like, really good at it. And they're like, where'd you learn to rang like that? That's not what they said. So then she's like, your frisbee's broken.
The other twin's like, oh, she's the boomerang champ of Chicago. Cleveland. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Is there actually a boomerang culture? That's what I wrote. Boomerang culture in Australia? Or is that something just, like, Americans assume?
If you do a quick Google search... If you do a quick Google search... Again.
If you do a quick Google search, you will find that, I mean, I think there is somewhat of a culture there.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing. They have competition.
I think there's somewhat of a culture there.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of
I don't know if,
pride
like,
there.
a bunch of teens are going to be on the beach tossing a boomerang. No, I don't know.
There's so many stereotypes.
Yeah, so that all of a sudden they're adopted into the popular group. They're still trying to convince Victoria, though.
So there's 4 steps. 1, lingo. So we have a little cut of one of them, like, speaking in the lingo, and Victoria's not impressed. Everyone else is like, oh, cool. They're so cool. They know the lingo.
Great story.
Yeah. So then...
My Australian accent isn't...
It's all right. 2, local grub. So, Vegemite. What is Vegemite? So what it is essentially, it's made from leftover brewer's yeast. So I think it's like a concentrated yeast from, like, making beer.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be a weirdo and I would like it.
Do they put it on, like, sandwiches?
Yeah.
Yeah, like toast.
Toast. It was created in Australia, in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's
Victoria?
It's a spread.
So I feel like it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Moxie. Moxie is a main beverage. I don't like it.
It's a soda. It's okay. I don't mind it.
It just tastes like liquid pepper to me. So they're trying out the Vegemite, and they're American. So the fact that they like the Vegemite,
they're like, pretty good.
Whoa, Americans, yanks liking the Vegemite? No, Victoria's still not impressed. Catch a wave. And so Abby is actually, like, decent at surfing. She can catch a wave.
I wrote down weird surf stance, lol. Because she's like this. I'm gonna try to reenact. She's like this. This is her stance when she's surfing. And it's so funny to me that she's like, this is how surfers surf. This is the stance. This is the go-to. Like you couldn't. I don't know. It made me laugh.
I don't know. It's easier said than done, though, surfing, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But if I was trying to surf, I wouldn't be like this. Like that.
Maybe that's the stance you need to take.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I've never tried to surf.
Anyway, catch a wave. And then Victoria's like, since when does Shay know how to surf?
Since this movie, apparently.
No, since this scene, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That comes back.
Great
Wow.
breaking of the fourth wall.
Great
Once
breaking
again.
of the fourth wall.
Hilarious.
If that was in a play, the audience would be like, oh.
Loved it as a kid, though.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
this
did
is
too.
so funny.
4, when all else fails, use your head.
Oh, yeah.
They bring back the Shelby can crushing, and of course,
It's Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
It's Diet Coke.
All right, let's do it. Wait.
There they go. And it's obviously fake cans.
It's obviously fake cans.
I rewound it just to see. I was like, what did they use? It's definitely like, I don't know, like paper or something.
Anyway, so the girls, that ends up being...
The Victoria's like, okay.
And like throughout
Good on you, Shelby Shaw.
Shelby Shaw. This whole sequence is so annoying because like the rest of the crew, they like, look at Victoria.
Yeah.
And she's like, and they're all like, oh. Like, leave Victoria!
Why do we love Victoria so
Why do
much?
we love Victoria so much?
She's-
She has the yacht, though.
I guess. They're just
I
using
don't
her for the
know.
yacht.
They're using her for the yacht. And
She's not fun. She's not funny. She's like not. She's not that exciting.
I think they're using her for the beach plot, and they're using her for the yacht.
Yeah, it's kind
Wouldn't you, though?
Yeah. Daddy's boat. Anyway,
Daddy's
We'll
boat.
discuss Daddy's boat
Yeah.
later.
So anyway, those are the 4 steps. Hooray! The approval of the queen! So the queen of the court is won over.
Oh, bandanas as tops.
Yes! Okay, this was a late 90s, early 2000s trend that I remember you and I trying to recreate
But
at
like,
home.
no one is small enough for those.
We were,
bandanas.
because we were 9-year-old children.
But barely.
Yeah.
Barely. We had to like. It was like a tiny
The
little
tiniest little knot. But I think Victoria sports that look, right? Is it her?
One of them. I don't know.
Someone sports the look. They literally tie a bandana around.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the point down at the bottom. It's barely a top, but that was a weird trend back
It was
in
a
the day.
Luke.
So that was a little note. So then we cut back
Oh yeah.
to what we assume is one of Emil Hachu's goons. He sneaks into like
The FBI.
the
files.
FBI files.
Or the witness protection program.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like they find the file of the girls. They're trying to find out where they are and like about them, and it's like flipping.
Don't look at this.
It's like
Stop looking now.
yeah, like you're not.
I said now.
Like you're not supposed to see this, and then the last one is like you've been warned, and then the last page is like the end, and the guy's like fuck, and then he sees the map of the Australia with the circles on it and the arrows, and he's like, bah, that's it.
What is the name of that agent who did that?
Oh, Agent Norm.
Yeah. Agent Norm fucking fucked up with like the circling and
Yeah,
the pointing.
come
Like,
on.
come on, dude. You work for the FBI or CIA or whatever. Like, catch up. Anyway, irritates me. So they see Australia. They're like, oh, we assume that they're there. So then we cut to Emil Hachu.
Yeah, so they're in You're Ugly. I can
You're
assume.
ugly.
They're in his like office, and he's got all of his henchmen there. Or
He has
whatever.
like this like staff like cane thing that he holds. He's like a
Oh, yeah.
typical like mobster bad guy. So they're like talking about, they're like, we need to find someone in the family who will go and like get the diamond back, because
Yeah.
we find out
Everyone's busy. They're trying to find like someone to send to Australia to get the diamond back.
yes.
They know the girls have it.
So from the earlier scene with the burglar, we see that the burglar put the diamond in the front pocket of one of the girls' backpacks. So Emil Hachu and his like mob family know this to be true, and they want to avenge their family member who got arrested.
So
Stop.
they're like, all right, what about Uncle Boris? What about Uncle Smasher? What about Uncle Slasher? He's just like naming names. What does that guy say? He's like,
One of the henchmen, one of the
he's got
family
3
members,
weeks this year.
he's like, what about the slasher?
He's on vacation. He gets 3 weeks this year.
Which is like totally like an adult joke. Like,
Oh, we got.
he
3
got
weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh, like I do at work. Sometimes I get 3 weeks. All the good guys are like you know, they're busy or they're on other missions or
So
whatever.
they're looking deep into the family
tree.
tree. And then they find some extended cousins. Q, Uncle
So it's Uncle Sydney
Sydney,
and Mac.
and Mac.
Cousin
Mac.
Who is what's the actor's name? Cousin Mac, who is frickin' Jason Clark, who's like actually like pretty. He's doing all right for himself these days.
Well, what did you say he was in?
He's in Pet Cemetery. He's in Great Gatsby, the newest Great Gatsby.
He has a very nice classic look, I feel
Yeah.
like. So
He's just like in a lot of movies these days.
But also on the note of Jason Clark, honestly, dude, you took this role and you made it funny.
I know, like also
Wasn't easy to do.
Uncle Sydney too.
Uncle Sydney too.
When I first started watching this, I was like, oh god, like
Here we go.
I was like, this is gonna be stupid. But Uncle Sydney has some slapper lines.
He has some slapper lines.
Like they make me laugh.
So yeah, so we've got Jason Clarke as Mac. Look him up because he's in a lot of like current popular things.
And then Richard Carter.
I'm
intrigued by him. What's his deal? Oh my god. His face just popped up.
He's from Sydney.
Oh.
He was born in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. He died.
No. R.I.P.
He died last year, July 2019. Sorry, dude. I wonder what else he is.
I don't know. He's in a lot of stuff. Mad Max Fury Road?
So that must have been a late role for this guy.
My god.
Heavy
is
Feet
so
2?
funny.
He was in The Great Gatsby too.
Stop it. What?
Herzog?
Who? What part is that?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh my god, this is blowing my mind.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do a little more research on that.
Someone
I guess.
obviously saw Our Lips Are Sealed and was like, those two. We
Yes. That is hilarious.
Or someone involved with Our Lips Are Sealed was involved in The Great Gatsby. Was like, I know just the guys.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. All right, so
anyway, so we're introduced to Uncle Sydney and Mac, who they're like, all right, we'll get these two on it. So then you cut to those two. They've traveled to Australia. They're like walking through a desert. They're like, where are they? Mac has a GPS, or what he calls it, the global positioning
system,
which is like, then it's like new technology.
Yeah.
Who's the concierge?
the guy who's like going like he's like speaking in like a bunch of Australian slang. And
Yes!
they don't understand him.
Can you end up in whoop whoop? Whoop whoop.
What does he say? Hold on. All right, so Mac and Uncle Sydney show up at the airport. Good day, mates. Welcome to Sydney. What can I do for you?
We need a car. Not a problem. We got one left. Plus, we need directions to the Salvation Shore Inn near Manly. No worries. What you do is come out of the airport, make 2 lefts and then a right. Then you drive 4 times beyond the black stop. But if you miss the turnoff there, you've got a bag. What? That's
Retake.
not it. That is not it. That is not it. You bang left and then you go too far, you end up on whoop whoop. That's how the line really is.
Is it? Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yes, I'm positive. I made a note of it. Not in this, but I was like, I was watching it with subtitles.
Yeah.
Anyway, we like that guy. He's funny.
Whoop whoop ha!
So they're in a car and they're like, Mac has a global positioning system, which is a GPS. And then Uncle Sydney, he's like a hater for it.
So Uncle Sydney throughout the movie is a curmudgeon about technology.
Yeah.
So that's a running gag.
It's hilarious though, because like a lot of the technology that Mac is talking about,
So dated.
no, but it's like stuff that we use all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a GPS.
Yeah.
Everyone has a GPS on their phones. You know, like back then they're like, this will never catch on.
Yeah.
And now everyone has a GPS on their
Right,
phones.
right.
Anyway, so they get lost. They're in the car, they get lost. We cut to, there's a party on Victoria's daddy's boat now.
Yeah.
I wrote the lowest of risers. Everyone's like pants and skirts and bathing suit bottoms are like here.
Oh god.
It's just like,
Why was that a thing?
I hope those never come back.
Please, no. I read that was like possibly gonna come back. I was
No.
like, no. High waisted forever.
I don't have the hips for that. Yeah. So anyway. Stop! We're both buzzed. Anyway, so now we're on the boat and like there's like this wholly dramatic thing of them on the boat.
Well, okay, first of all, the scene opens, they're on like a nice, like medium-sized, like fisherman's like boat.
And they're like, oh, is this your dad's boat? And she's like, no, that is. So then like you see the huge yacht.
It's a big yacht, and the girls go, whoa.
So then you have this whole sequence. There's like this like really dramatic music, and the girls are like walking around. Like,
Oh, wow, yeah.
They make it this like whole like moment. Oh my god, this place is beautiful. We love Australia. There's boats.
We just want to take in Australia. We love it here. We're going to embrace where we are.
100 miles ahead and 100 miles behind. And I wrote, oh my god, the Titanic.
Of course they had to include that in there.
Everyone's horny for the Titanic at this time. But they're both like, okay.
And their outfits are different.
Really?
Yes, their outfits are
Continuity error.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, it's just like, it's so fucking corny and cheesy and hokey, but they're trying to be serious.
Yes.
Which makes it even more funny to me.
Funnier.
Anyway, so cut back to Mac and Uncle Sydney, and they're like walking through the desert, and Uncle Mac is like, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? 5 minutes later, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? That's funny. I don't know. He also has like he has his like it's like a blueberry or blueberry, a blackberry. So he's got like a cell phone, his portable like internet cube. I don't know. Portable. Checking internet, email.
Okay, so he says he's got his little device. He's like, you can check your email.
It's a cell phone.
He said it's a wireless. I've got a wireless internet connection.
And then Uncle Sydney's like, fuck this, and he throws it. He's like, how am I supposed to check my joke of the day? Then you cut to girls are on the beach, and they're walking down the beach, and they're like, oh my gosh, what's up with like Lenny and Sheila? And then one of the girls blab, like, oh yeah, they're more than friends. And then Victoria says, they're doing the lip mash?
As soon as one of the twins says, but don't tell anyone. Of course, the popular guy starts immediately making fun of Sheila and Leonard.
Shitty move, twins. Yeah. Poor Lenny and Sheila.
I know.
That part always made me sad.
I know.
Let them live. Let them be in love. They're meant to be.
Then, cue Pete and Avery. They're back on the scene. Of course, like, the popular kids, like, don't want anything to do with the surfies. And they're like, this is our beach. And of course, Pete and Avery, they're like so edgy and so cool.
They've
like,
got the best comebacks.
Yeah. So throughout the movie, Victoria has to say the word party so many times. The way she says party irritates me. So she can see that the twins are like kind of crushing on Pete and Avery. So she's like, hang with them and you can forget about the party. Party.
They used to drive me crazy.
Yes, and she says it like that every time.
Hang with them and you can forget about the party.
Party? She's talking about like a fancy toilet or something?
Yeah.
We cut to the next scene. We're having another heart-to-heart with Katie.
That's right. Yes.
And she's like, oh, I used to know a girl just like Victoria. Really? Oh, yes, there's always a Victoria in every school, right? So, more like heart-to-heart with Katie, one of the girls, I think. And then the other girl, the other twin is with Shelby again. Now, this is where we've got Shelby carving open a shark that he caught, and you can like hear like the carving sound effects.
It's really
so gross. But what's the advice that Sydney gives?
I don't know.
Stay true to your art.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that. That's what I always do.
Yeah. And he's like,
and then she falls out of the shark.
And then we have another fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall moment. She's like, I know we said we didn't want to speak to this movie, but this is an exception. And she throws up over the side of the boat at the sight of things spilling out of this shark.
I would have done the same.
Yes. So we cut to the Salvation Shore Inn. The Turtleby family, the Turtlebees.
They have Mac and Uncle Sydney are there now.
Yeah.
And they're sitting down for a nice dinner. Shirley made a nice shark casserole. She got some shark meat from her good friend Shelby.
Shaw.
Probably the shark he was cutting open. Yes. Seen before, which I never made that connection.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting there, and Uncle Sydney picks up the shark fin garnish and eats it because he thinks it's part of the meal.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, that's a garnish.
I think that's like the first time I was introduced to the concept of a garnish.
Yeah.
As a child.
I don't even think I was like, what's a garnish? I still didn't even make the connection of what a garnish is.
Oh, I did. And I knew that it was a decoration for food. So. Oh yeah, so they're eating dinner, Uncle Sydney just ate the garnish, and then enters Katie, slow motion.
Yeah, and then
she's like in a bathing
Mac is
suit.
humana.
He's like humana. So we get a slow motion, they're like,
and he's like, and he's got broccoli in his teeth,
and Katie's like,
she's like, and for some reason, Mac, his first assumption as to what that means is kiss you via the air.
yeah, like he does that. He's got broccoli in teeth, and she's like, and he just thinks she's trying to be
and
sexy
then the girl's
or something.
like, dude, she's trying to tell you have broccoli in your teeth. So then one of the girls says, the burn of the century. You're the next contestant on Who Wants to Marry a Loser.
Oh, the other two
That's
like,
sick burn. You want some fucking ice for that fucking burn? And this is also around the point where we find out one of the girls took the diamond that she found in her backpack and turned it into a necklace. And she's like, it's kind of 90s.
Which was just 2 years ago at that time.
The girls are walking down the street. They're like, I'm really suspicious of Mac and Sydney. Those guys are weird.
Yeah.
And then they start to feel paranoid that they're bad guys, and they're walking down the street, and they have this whole sequence where
you're freaking me out.
You're freaking me out.
You're freaking me out.
You're freaking me out.
You're freaking me out. You're freaking me out.
They think everyone on the street is out to get them, and it's they're super paranoid, and there's all these people looking at them. There's a guy in a car with a hammer looking at them. Yeah, and then they run into who but our boys.
Obviously, they run right into the
Pete
boys
and Avery.
they've been crushing on the entire movie, of course.
Victoria.
Why do you hang out? And they're all like, why do you hang out with Victoria? She's lame. And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why don't you guys hang out with us for the day? And then the boys take them to a closed theme park, and they're like, oh gee, it's closed. And then of course Avery is like, not for us. My parents own it, and he's got keys to get in.
Yeah, so convenient for them.
So convenient they happen to have the entire theme park to themselves.
So fucking typical Mary Kate and Ashley movie where it's we happen to have the whole place to ourselves.
And everything always just happens to work out for them. Everything happens to be a magical coincidence.
OMG! Avery's dad owns the place. So they're having fun at the theme park. And we have
The cover in the movie is 99 Red Balloons by Goldfinger. Boom.
Yeah.
This is definitely an early 2000s alt rock version.
Green Day wannabe. Mm-hmm.
I still like that song. That song still makes me think of Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yep.
And being in a theme park.
So then, they had fun and stuff. So then we are back at the Salvation Shore Inn.
Yep.
Mom is smoking, and then she hears somebody comes in, and she oh crap, and she throws the cigarette down, and then the fucking kangaroo Boomer puts out the cigarette, and it's just super fun.
Fake. There's a fake kangaroo paw that
So then, the mom and dad are out there, and the girls come in. They're like, "Oh, what have you two been up to? Where have you been?"
Yeah.
And then one of them says, "The roller coaster of life."
Oh.
And they run off into the room. The roller coaster of life. Fuck you. And then they overhear the parents talking, and they're like, "Oh gosh, we gotta make this work for the girls. It stinks that we have to be here. It's our anniversary, and I wish we could go home." And the girls
have another fourth wall break.
Yeah, which is really good. She's like, "This is the part of the movie where we say,
where we really feel really
guilty for all the trouble we've caused." And then she turns to her sister and says, "I feel really guilty for all the trouble we've caused." Hilarious.
Comedic genius. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Then, wait, where do they blame on Boomer? I'm like,
Oh, they go into their room and it's all trashed.
yes.
Because Mac and Sydney went in and were looking for the diamond and couldn't find it. Because it was around one of their necks.
Right. And they blame it on Boomer the kangaroo. And I'm
Boomer's
like,
just watching TV, minding his own business, and it gets thrown under the bus.
she's so serious about it. Boomer.
Yeah. So then they're invited to a party.
Yep.
On
Another
Victoria's
party.
daddy's boat. And I am obsessed with these outfits. Because it's
the
like
color, like the square.
Yeah. It's an
color
unexplained 60s party. Everyone's dressed in like 60s attire.
Yes, and like the whole scene is like, they're trying to like recreate like a 60s like beach dance scene.
Yes.
They
have the go-go boots.
I love Maddie's two-piece.
Yeah.
That would have been me, and you would have been the...
Yeah, the one piece.
Yeah.
For sure.
So they're looking cool, and they have go-go boots, which I've always
cute,
wanted.
and the big earrings.
Yes.
I love their outfits.
Me too.
We should do that for Halloween. Everybody else looks subpar.
Everyone else looks subpar.
Everyone else is dressed like peasants.
Right. So they're like 60s dancing, and then they pause, and then they tell a joke.
Yeah.
But very cheesy joke.
A popular boy goes,
"Syphedelic, baby!" And then one of the twins, their joke is, "Oh, am I supposed to say something funny? Something funny!"
Yeah. So then, again, it's Mac and Sydney on a boat. Mac is using, like, technology. I forget what it is.
It sounds pretty high tech though, and like it would help them. But of course, Uncle Sydney is like,
he throws it or whatever.
Throws it overboard.
He's like, "Listen, Mr. Bill Gates."
Yeah.
So many references.
So then Mac makes a very funny joke, which is like also I think kind of like an adult joke.
God, you're so 80s.
Yes, he's like, God, you're so 80s. Because he wants to do crime without technology.
Yes.
So,
oh my God.
Oh God. Okay, so they're still on the boat. We were looking at Uncle Sydney and Cousin Max hijinks, and we're back on the boat, and there's a slow dance happening.
Of course.
And Maddie is dancing with one of the popular guys. You know, he's got like a beach button-up shirt on with like a shell necklace and too much gel in his hair.
Classic.
And he's like, "Maddie, you're really pretty." Smooth.
They're both ick. I can understand why they're both like, no, we're good.
Yeah. So she gives him the cheek when he comes in for the kiss.
Ooh.
And then she like runs away to her sister and is like, this just happened. And then
who comes onto the boat? But
Pete and Avery ready to crash.
They got their jet skis.
Oh my god.
They're coming to the boat.
Yeah.
And they come on and they're like, they're like, "We're here to the party." And she's like, "Where's your invitation?" He's like, "Must have left it in my other wetsuit."
Oh, so funny.
So good. And then they're like, "Get out of here." And then that's when they declare surf off to claim the beach.
Yes.
And then Victoria has this whole speech. She's like, "Surf off. Losers get DY," which is, what the fuck is DY? It's never explained what the hell DY is.
Right.
We just assume it's like the shittier beach or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Losers have to surf on DY. Anyway, they're like, "Great, game on." And then the girls go with them. And everyone's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
They don't say that. They're like, "Oh my God, the girls are ditching us." And then, they like go off with Pete and Avery. And then Victoria's like, "Okay, now back to the party.
This is Daddy's bed. This is my party."
Anyway, I wrote jet skis, yes.
Yeah, okay, here's what bothers me though, is they leave the go-go boots.
Yeah. She's like concerned that she's gonna ruin the boots, and then they leave them.
Yeah. She's like, "No, I just got these new
These are my new boots."
Yeah. So then they get on the water skis. It's amazing time with Pete and Avery.
Yeah.
They're having so much fun. And then later one of the boys is like, "Sorry about your boots." And she's like, "They were ugly anyway." And I'm like, "No, they weren't."
And then they climb the bridge thingy. which I'm sure it's an iconic Australian bridge.
I think this is like probably an iconic like tourist destination. They go on the bridge with
which all of their movies are just a glorified like destination ad.
Yes. So they're on the bridge. There's beautiful romantic music happening. It's so romantic. They're all
Then Mac and Sydney arrive and they're like, "Ha, we got you. We're going to get the diamond." So they start there's a wonderful chase sequence, of course. And then you see Uncle Sydney makes a pit stop at a Coca-Cola stand. It's such an ad. He's like pouring. He's like, "Oh," and the Mac's like, "Come on,
weirdo." There's this little bits that happen in the chase scene. We have a public toilet bit. They're coming in and out of toilet stalls and like and there's hijinks. And then there's one more little bit, and it is so long.
What?
The bit where they're going behind the trees like Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah. They're like, "Oh, my God, we love this green screen shit."
Yeah. Well, okay, that's funny because I was watching the movie in the living room and my husband Eli comes out and he's like, he does film and like film editing for his work. And he like automatically like came out for his lunch break and was like, "You can tell that like the editor found out how to do this and just like wanted to do it." Like,
yeah.
The whole like run behind a tree and hide. Literally that whole like scene goes on for
It really does. I noticed that.
like 50 seconds.
It's like it's very Scooby-Doo.
Yes. Eventually at the end of the chase, they hop in a convertible, obviously. And all of a sudden one of the boys can drive. And they're like, "Since when can you drive?" And then he's like, "Since the scene apparently." I think it's Avery who can drive.
Is it?
I think so.
I thought it was Pete.
Oh, maybe.
Because I remember Avery being on the... Oh, wait. It's switched in Australia. So it was Avery.
Yeah.
I remember Avery being on the right side. I was like, no, he had to be...
No.
It's switched in Australia.
Yeah. So, which also pushes our theory forward that those boys were way older than like 15, 16-year-old boys. Because one of them can drive.
Mm-hmm.
And so that joke comes back around since the scene apparently, and that's So then the girls refer to the no. One of the boys is like,
"Can you want to explain to us why you're being chased by a couple of inept thugs?"
Inept thugs. I like that line. It's sad true. They are so inept.
Oh yeah.
The girls they're like trying to explain what's happening to the boys without giving everything totally away because obviously they've been all over the United States because they can't keep their mouths shut. So
like, we're in trouble. And that's all we can say now. And they're like,
the boys are like,
"Done deal. We don't have to talk about it ever again."
And I'm like, Pete and Avery? Stand-up guys.
They're good boys.
They are good boys. They're like, "We trust you." Like, say no more. We'll protect you. Like, and they, the end of their lovely day is over. So the girls, knowing that Uncle Sydney and cousin Mac were going to be making their way back to the inn, they create a very Home Alone-esque Rue Goldberg machine type trap.
Yes.
The two inept thugs come back to the inn after they've created their little trap. And before Mac and Sydney can even get to the trap, they just step on a couple of surfboards and the surfboards whack them in the face. Yep. And I just wanted to comment on Uncle Sydney's fucking weird ass noise that he makes when he falls down on the ground. He's
what is he? Where was I? Okay. So then they like torture them with a makeover and I was just like, oh my God.
It's pretty funny.
Like I like when they're like, yes, with the bathing suits. Yes. So they like, they do Sydney's hair, they like paint Mac's nails. They're like, no.
I just wanted to say, how did they plan on getting those bikinis on those grown men?
I know. I always thought that.
I'm like, that must have been just a threat from the beginning. Uncle Sydney's got like cute barrettes in his hair, and then cousin Mac, they like paint his little twinkle toes. They paint his nails. I just
love how when the girl, like whoever it is like, I think so. I think yes.
Yeah, I think yes. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. No, don't. And then his cell phone starts to ring, and I think like whichever Olsen twin answers the phone, I'm like, oh, she's so suave and cool.
Yeah.
Because she like, it's like an old school like flip phone too. She opens it up, she's like, hello, is it Samantha too?
And then they, you know, they flip it, the narrative here, and they're like, you know what? We're here, we have the diamond. Well, that's when the girls realize they have the Neil diamond.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, it's on her neck. So, you know, she's like, yeah, we're in Australia, come get it. And another product placement, she mentions, oh, you might want to book a flight with Qantas Airlines. It's a long flight.
I have no idea.
Qantas, it's an airline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely like if you are going on a long flight, book with Quintus. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled Qantas, but she pronounces it as Qantas or Quintus or something. She's like, you might want to book a flight with Qantas Airlines. It's a long flight.
Right.
Victoria comes in and she gets caught up in their little trap.
Oh yes, that's right.
She's like, oh, you guys,
you're so out of our group.
Yeah, no, Victoria,
you're so out of ours. And honestly, I'm like, there we go. Yes, girls. That's what I'm talking about.
Who cares about Daddy's boat?
Yes,
Victoria's and the beach
lane,
plot.
So
they can go to DY.
Yeah,
whatever the hell that is. Then they're, you know, the girls kind of bond with Mac and Sydney, and you know, and then they send them off, and they're gonna Mac's gonna use this tech and start a business like for bad guys.
Yes, the girls inspire them. They're like, badguys.com, and he's like, oh yes, and they like come up with different like bad guy tools and props that they could sell on this new website.
So we're on the beach. The surfing competition is about to begin, and we are introduced to Milo Mendabinda. Iconic!
The surf competition is starting to get underway, so that's where we're at
Everyone's
this
hype.
Point. Everyone's hype. And then there's this character named Milo introduced. And at first you think, oh, there's a news reporter reporting on this.
He says he's reporting for the Surf Channel.
The Surf Channel. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, this is like kind of a bigger surf competition than I thought. Then you find out the camera pans out and you see he's just a loon on the beach who thinks he's a news reporter.
And he just like is on the beach always reporting.
So
he's iconic. I love him. Pete and Avery walk by and he's like, do you have anything to say to Pete? And he says, good day, Milo.
They're just like, oh, there's the strange guy on the beach that we all know. Good day, Milo.
Hey, Milo. He's just a fixture of the beach. Yep. They all know and love him. There's an epic stare down. Paths cross between the rivals.
Yes.
It's like very like.
And then we get to Victoria's angry monologue. May I do a dramatic reading?
Yes.
Today, we stick it to those surfies. Burrow those big noses, obliterate those budgers, and blood out those boof heads. Destroy those drongos, demolish those dipsticks, nullify those nimrads, and wipe out those wimps. Ugh! What a spaz. And then we have another monologue from Avery.
This is it for all the marbles. It's us against them. If we can't take the beach, it'll make surfing history. And then Avery says, but it's more than a competition, mates. It's a chance to be part of nature, to float on air. It's not just a sport. It's an art form. See the wave, ride the wave,
be the wave.
Abby says, I know, but he's so cute.
Oh yeah, by the way, the girls leave a nice descriptive note at the end, back at the end, saying, we're at the Surf Wars! So Emil Hachu automatically knows where to find them when he rolls up to the Salvation Shore Inn.
And he knows right where the Surf Wars are.
Yeah.
They want him to find them, though.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, so Surf Wars are on!
Yeah!
Things are tense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scores are close.
Yeah.
This is where Go Pete, Go Avery is born. So, to this day, we still go Pete! Go Avery!
Yeah.
Don't know why. I think as kids we used to drive my mom crazy with
No.
it.
I specifically remember the day that we started doing that. We're in the back seat of the car, our parents in the front seat driving, and we're driving them absolutely insane because we're in the back seat going, all right, go Pete, go Avery, go. And then, you remembering now?
And then we would switch
We
it.
would try to switch it, so we'd be like, okay, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Go Pete! 1, 2, 3. Go Pete! Oh, we did it. So we would try to like trick the other one and just, I don't know why we did this. Why did we do this?
I don't know. We were just like very bored on a car trip, and for like half an hour, we were just going back and forth, being like, all right, go Avery, go Pete, go. And then we would switch it and say go Pete and Avery instead.
And it's because the girls during the competition, the actual quote is, woo, go Pete! And then, it switches to Avery surfing, and then they go Avery! Woo! Yeah, so scores are close, and we have Milo on the beach giving another report. He's holding a hairbrush now, and Sheila's like, Milo,
I've been looking for that.
I've been looking for this. She takes the brush away, and then he has a spoon. No, he picks up his empty and goes, so good.
Comedy.
And he's like, what's this? Oh, we got a problem with one of the competitors. And then we find out they're like the last guy to go for the Pete and Avery team. He's hurt his widgie.
He's holding on down in between his crotch.
So you think he hurt his male part.
Yeah.
His peen. And
he goes, my widgie, my widgie.
He's like, oh, he can't surf like this.
And then we see he lifts up his finger, and we find out that widgie is slang for finger in Australia.
So, he hurt his fingers, so he can't surf.
He can't surf. His widgie is broken.
Yeah. So then they're like, oh my god, Abby, you have to do this.
Yes. Abby comes in to save the day. So we all know that she's not like Pete and Avery,
No.
She's not like a surfer. However, does she know to surf? Yeah, she does.
Yes, she's their only hope to win.
Yeah.
And then Maddie goes, you can do this, Agnes.
And she says, Abby. And then the whole beach says, whatever! So that's another little joke that's come back.
Then, Abby gives it her all. I wrote down obvious stunt double alert. Because if you look closely, it's not her.
Oh my
hitting the big
Lord.
waves. It's
so
obvious.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Or she'd be like this. Her surf stance. So then she falls and the whole beach is forlorn. Everyone's like, oh. The sad music. Yep.
They didn't win the beach.
So, there's like a whole moment where the boys are like, you know what? It's fine. Let's party on DY. Who cares?
It's not important. We'll still have fun. We can still have fun on DY. And then they make their way over.
So then they're like, party at DY! Everyone goes, and Victoria's like, no! We just won this beach! It's our beach! And then one of the twins comes back and is like, come on, Victoria. And she's like,
okay. So everyone is enjoying the
everyone's
party.
having fun. Everyone's so happy. And then who shows up? Emil Hachu.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you girls, I'll take your diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, FBI guys, you can come out now. No one shows up.
And then
Hachu takes a diamond.
Yes. Hachu has the diamond.
And then he sends his cronies to come kill the girls essentially or beat them up. He's hopping on a plane. He's about to fly off. And then
oh my god.
I also wrote, how is everyone on the beach in on this? Everyone knows what's going on. They're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's like they don't oh no. Yeah, they know what's going on.
Hachu is here to get the diamond.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. So then he's like, he's getting away.
And then all of a sudden Emil's henchman is about to get the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden a punch flies out of nowhere. Who is it?
It's Mac.
It's cousin Mac. The girls are like, Mac! And he's like, hey girls, I thought you could touch up my nails or something like that.
And punches them. It's badass. Everyone's like,
woo!
Woo! And then they're like, oh no, Hachu, he's away, he's getting away. Then Hero, Maddie, she picks up her boomerang. or a boomerang,
Mm-hmm.
and throws it and hits Hachu, and he lands in the water.
And we knock him off his boat.
Everyone on the beach is thrilled.
Yeah. So Emil is knocked out of the boat, and then he's
Yeah.
trying to climb back up on shore.
Yes.
And he still has the diamond.
Yes.
Yes.
So then Kate comes out of nowhere. We find out Kate was with the FBI the whole time.
Mhm.
Feminist icon!
Yes.
And she arrests Emil. And
Okay, no, but before we get there, the
What?
way she says diamond,
what does she say?
she's like, the diamond. The
What?
diamond.
So then
Yeah.
everything's concluded. We have
Katie gets the diamond. The
What?
diamond. Back to where it belongs.
Yep.
And then back to its cheesy display case.
So then, it concludes with the same guy who opens at the beginning with the witness protection program.
Yes.
Like PSA. And he says, "Thank you and drive safely." And then that's
And they're all dancing.
yeah, they're like, yeah, everything's good. We're partying and everyone's friends with everyone.
Right.
Sheila and Lenny are together and they're proud of it. They don't care who knows.
Mhm.
They're and
Obviously, Mary Kay and Ashley have
made amends.
made amends. They're back friends with the Shaylas. Victoria's chilled out. Everyone's having a good time. All the bad guys are where they need to be.
And
And
that's the conclusion.
conclude.
Our lips are sealed. So yeah, that's the conclusion.
Yay!
So stick around.
Oh wait, I gotta go pee.
What? The special guest is
I
right
gotta.
here.
I'm sorry, I gotta go pee really quick. I know, I'm excited. I'm just like, I want to go pee before she gets here.
Ugh, okay, so I guess I'll just talk to the camera until you get back.
Bye.
All right, bye. So yeah, we have a really fun special guest coming. Who could that be? Coming. Oh my
Hello.
God.
Hello. Is this the right place?
Yes. Welcome.
Oh my goodness.
I see you brought your
my favorite surfboard. I just wanted to show it off to everybody.
That's nice. Come around here and show it off.
That's my surfboard.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Really. That's really awesome.
State of the art.
Is it custom?
It's custom. It's custom made in Australia by my favorite surfboard creators. So,
Yeah. Great. Let's get started. Okay, so guys,
can we sit?
have a seat. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you here. I can't believe you traveled all the way from Australia just to do this for us. Like, you don't even know. Sorry, my sister is using the bathroom, so hopefully she'll be back.
Right. I thought there was two of you.
Yeah. She'll be back.
Which one are you?
I'm Hannah.
Nice to meet
Nice
you,
to-
Anna.
This is Mary Kay and Ashley's surf instructor number 2. And you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Catherine Wallaby.
Catherine Wallaby.
I'm Catherine Wallaby, yes.
We are so excited to have you here.
And I was ecstatic when you reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to be a guest on your podcast. I look back fondly on those days in Australia with the
I'm
girls.
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
I can't wait to ask more and find out more from you. Like, we're such Mary Kay and Ashley fans, and we love the movie so much, and you did such great work on it. Like, the stance, I guess let's jump right into the questions.
I'll answer any of your questions.
Awesome.
Hit me with those questions. eh?
Great. Awesome. Okay, so I guess my first question is, I know that Abby has to surf in the movie. How much skill did she have prior to filming? Like, how much did you work with her? I guess speak to that. Like, what was the process there?
You know, the girls had a very rudimentary, discipline in surfing when I first met them.
Right.
They knew right away. The director reached out to me and said he knew right away they were going to need a surf captain on the set. I just remember being with those girls and, they were still kind of in their beginning stages. We needed to get Ashley to a place where she could film on camera.
Yeah.
So, we worked every day. I know that Ashley was the one on camera, but I worked with both the girls just because, why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, they might as well get both of them.
We didn't know, so both of them are learning how to surf. This is my...
Yeah, I could tell that she was like taught by a professional.
Yeah, this is my professional surf stance. I've won many a competition.
Yeah, tell us what competitions have you been a part of? We
I
want to learn more about your surfing resume.
Right. I was part of the Surf Turf Wars of 1998, and I was a second place winner.
Oh my god.
That was my first competition that I placed. And then, another competition that I was a part of was the Colin Bigley competition. Colin Bigley, the legendary...
I had to sneeze there.
Are you all right?
Yeah, keep talking about Colin.
The Colin Bigley surf competition. Colin Bigley is a legend in the surf community, so he has that competition named after him. And in that one, that was my first place prize.
That's awesome.
So that's how the director of Our Lips Are Sealed found out about me. They knew that they were going to be doing a film in Australia.
Yeah.
So, they wanted to work with an Australian.
Of course, yeah.
So both the girls were learning how to surf. We knew Ashley was going to be the one on camera, so we spent a lot of extra time with her.
Yeah.
Mary Kate, she ends up being the boomerang champ.
We wanted to get the boomerang instructor on here, but he couldn't make it.
Yeah. Ben, he's a busy boy.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Ben.
Yeah,
Benny. He's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen him in a few boomerang competitions, and oh boy, all right, almighty.
So anyway, tell us, what is a fond memory you have on set, with the girls?
I have many. I have many very fond memories with the girls. I think one of my favorite memories is we were doing a group surf lesson before shooting that day. We like to get together early and hit the beach before it gets too hot.
Of course.
And so we had the two fellas playing Pete and Avery there with us.
Yep.
And then we had the two girls.
Yep.
So that was a wonderful bonding moment for the girls and the boys. They knew that they were playing romantic partners.
Yeah, I love this behind the scenes stuff.
And the director too, he was like, let them get to know each other. Let them bond. Let them create that tension between them,
Naturally,
naturally, of course. So, and those group surf lessons were my favorite moments because just working with the young kids, they're so fun. And,
I know, right?
And they were so enthusiastic about learning to surf, surfing's my life, and I appreciated, they ended up, Avery, his line, It's about communing with nature.
Yeah.
It's about being in the ocean. It's about, catching the wave, riding the wave, being the wave.
Right.
And I told those kids that a million times. And that
was an improv.
That was an improv by Avery. It was my mantra, and I
had no idea.
So that's one of my favorite memories, is because they took my famous line and then included it in the movie. So
amazing.
I was like, and no one else knows, but
you must have been thrilled.
I helped write Our Lips Are Sealed. Where's your sister?
I don't know where she is.
I was looking forward to
I know, she was so looking forward to meeting you. This stinks. Hillary! Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, any closing words before we send you on your way back to Australia?
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
And I just wanted to wish you and your sister well on this podcast.
Thank you.
I had such a strong bond with those girls
Yeah.
when I was on set.
Mhm.
And I still reach out to them today.
Yeah, that's
I'll
awesome.
give them a call every once in a while, or
Mhm.
anytime I know they'll be somewhere.
Yeah,
But-
let them know about the podcast.
I will. I'll tell them about the podcast. I'll let them know that I stopped by.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every time the girls are on a coastal region, I try to meet up with them and do a little bit of surfing.
Yeah.
Because they genuinely enjoy surfing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
That's great.
yeah,
I love that. We loved having you. Thank you. I'm sorry you couldn't meet Hillary.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So we're thrilled to have you, and safe travels back. You're taking a Qantas flight.
A Qantas flight, yeah.
Great.
Anytime you're going anywhere far, you gotta take a Qantas.
Obviously. Well,
I've got
thank
me
you
and
so
my
much.
surfboard. How's the name? How's I'm
Anyway, what were
sorry.
you saying?
Is there any good places to surf here in Maine?
Plenty of places. Stop by Old Orchard Beach, maybe.
Old Orchard Beach?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a pier. It's
A pier?
It's just like Australia. When you're at Old Orchard Beach, you feel like you are there.
Wow. Alright, I'll check it. Old Orchard Beach, you say?
So check it out. Yeah.
Alright.
Again, thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. If you see Hillary on your way out,
Oh, I'm sure.
oh, careful.
She looks like you, I imagine.
Yeah. She looks like she's got a ponytail. Yeah. She's
All
not
right.
as pretty.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
Alright, nice to meet you.
Thanks for bringing the surfboard.
I'm
and
so happy to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. Bye. Oh my God, wasn't that great? I love that. It was such a pleasure having her, and hope she comes back again. I don't know where Hillary is. It's really a shame that she missed it. Hillary! Hillary! I hope she's okay. I don't know. Maybe I should go check on her. She's fine. Hi! Hey!
What did someone come in or?
Yeah, you missed the interview. You missed the entire thing.
Are you kidding me?
No. What took you so long?
Hannah, why didn't you come get me?
I don't know. I thought you were just gonna be right in. She had to go. She wanted to go to Old Orchard Beach and ride the waves.
Oh,
She brought her surfboard.
What?
Yeah, you missed it. It was cool. State of the art.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll let you watch the footage. It was a great interview. I wish you had been here.
I'm really sad I missed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay. I had to fix my hair or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looked fine before.
Oh. All right. Well. Okay. I'm really bummed I missed the special guest, but
I know. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Way to come get me.
Sorry. Anyway, so that concludes our show tonight, or today, or whenever that concludes our first episode of
Double Double.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.